This person whom I'm going to call on stage will truly be, this story will be a true example of how to build a truly scalable business. You'll see the power of scale. This man, he is the founder and managing director of Jumbo King Foods. And today, Jumbo King Foods is India's largest vegetarian burger chain. And I'll tell you what is the standout about his journey is that his story will show you the power of conviction. I'll tell you why. In spite of being in a space which is extremely competitive, fast food space, concentrated with a lot of MNCs from outside India, he challenged the system and built an Indian brand. And today is the largest Indian brand in his space. And when it comes to his MBA journey, what he did really, really well is that he took PACE implementation to a whole new level. He just didn't implement the system with his team, but today he implements the PACE system across his 150 plus franchises and stores. And that's how he manages his scale. But the most special thing about him as an entrepreneur, and what I really admire about him, is that his self-belief is rock solid. It breeds resilience. And that's what drives his visions towards building the QSR community in India. Today, he is, I would say, the pioneer when it comes into building the QSR fraternity in the country. Are you ready to learn from him, everybody? Yeah. Are you ready to welcome him on stage with high energy? Yeah. So come on, let me tell you about what he's been able to achieve. Yeah? It took him 16 years to reach to 54 stores with an 18 crore turnover. And then he went on a rocket. In spite of COVID, after 16 years, he spent 6 years. And from there, he scaled to more than 150 stores with a 120 crore turnover. 6 years, 6x. Are you ready to call him on stage, everybody? So with a huge round of applause, please help me welcome Dheeraj Gupta!
Okay, so I think this was long overdue to Rajiv and to Team Quantum Leap 1 and Chetan, my coach at that time. I used to speak in smaller groups, tell my friends, you know what guys, there is this amazing coaching happening and we all must benefit from it. Some of them went for the coaching, some did not. Some people who took the coaching, they had different levels of implementation and the results which they got. So I said, what needs to happen is we can go to a gym and get the membership, right? The coach is telling you what to do, but you need to do the reps, you need to show up every day, and that is how difference gets created. So today what I'm going to share is the huge difference that this entire training program made in our life and completely transformed our business. So I'll get started. Yes, Chetan already mentioned. So we are India's largest vegetarian burger chain, but third largest burger chain because we have the mummy and the daddy, the McDonald's and the Burger King still there. And we get inspired by them. I think it gives us a goalpost to move towards. Okay, so when we started our MBA journey, as Chetan said, we were at 54 stores and 18 crores in system-wide sales. I remember attending the program and people around were saying, hey, why are you over here? Why do you need coaching? Because your business seems to have already scaled up. And so, what are you going to get from here? And I think, everything changed for us. Because we had taken 16 long years to get to this 18 crore mark. And believe me, I was inside, I was tremendously, nervous, underconfident, not knowing what to do, not knowing what is not working, because there were so many other businesses which had scaled up so quickly, and they seemed to be raising humongous amounts of money and getting their next round and the round after that, and we were slowly franchising, and we, were really trying to figure out where we are going wrong. And that's when we underwent the Quantum Leap program. And I think it was a huge game changer. I'm going to skip through this because Chetan has already mentioned this. We are now at 150 stores, 120 crores in turnover. This was six-fold growth in 6 years from 2017 to 2023. And this includes the 2 years of COVID. So, I think it was, thank you. COVID was the time where people used to say, if you see you on the other side of COVID, It's like, COVID survivors are going to be post-COVID thrivers. So we are very, very happy. Being in the brick and mortar business, we were able to survive COVID because of a lot of very, very good financial, prudent spending which we had done pre-COVID. That's for another day. So business background, I did my undergraduate in hotel management and then went on to do my MBA finance. I was caught by this bug of reading. What I really wanted to find out is how does big business happen, right? How do billion-dollar corporations get made? What is it that the McDonald's and the Starbucks and the Subways, what is it that they know which we Indians are not able to understand? Is it that they have a better economy? Is it that they have a truckload of money already available? Is it that their teams are already empowered? What is it? Why are we, there is no single Indian brand which has been able to scale up? The thought was how to create a brand emerging from India. So, some of the highs and lows, I think. My first business venture, I had a business venture before Jumbo King, which was called Shagun Sweets, which failed miserably. This was after my hotel management. I had a full MBA report because I was from the finance background, and how in the first year I'm going to do so much turnover, fifth year so much turnover, 10th year billion done. I just need to go ahead and implement this program. And then I went out and started implementing that report, and smack, I was hit by reality that an MBA project does not work in the real world. This was, the McKinsey report which said that the Indian mithai business, it's a 10,000 crore opportunity. And I was like, wow, my mouth was salivating that this is the market I'm going to go after. So I realized that we were undercapitalized, the product, that the go-to-market strategy would have needed concept selling and therefore a lot of money. And I closed that business after 2-3 years. I had luckily borrowed money from my father and my brother. And at the age of 26, 54 lakhs down the drain. And so I was very proud because I should tell my dad, he was from a family business. And I said, I don't want to join you because 10 years down the line, I don't want to be known as Mr. Subhash Gupta's son. That's my father's name. I would like people to say, oh, are you Dheeraj Gupta's father? So that was, my motivation to really get into business. And I think my father was proud when I said those things to him. Then came the thought of branding vada pavs and Indian burgers. So after mithai, it was vada pav. My friends thought that I've been thrown out of the family because I say, ajeeb khayal kyun aate hain isko? First mithai and then vada pav. Why can't you get a sensible thought? Because 2001, that is when the entire, the digital stuff was happening. And we were trying to create a brand around food. And that was the beginning of Jumbo King. Okay, so during how did I come across the MBA program? I have been a big believer of coaching. I used to follow this gentleman called Von Harnisch, and since 2001, and because as I said, I really wanted to know how does big business get created. And he was an international business coach. I had two problems that I did not have access to him, and he would visit India once only 5-6 times, as in once in 5 to 6 years. And that's when I got invited for the Success Gyan program. And I said, what the hell, someone was releasing a book on franchising. And I said, let me go and attend this. And that's when I heard Rajiv Talreja. And I think, this is the business program that I have been really waiting for because he is super impressive. We all know that, right? So, and I was completely blown away. I signed up for the program, not knowing that I'll have to pay 10 times, many times more in the second round and the third round, but 20 times. But I loved making that investment because, and I think I felt bad that we are not paying enough. I'm one of those few people, and I must admit it. And then I told her, Rajiv, thoda sa kuch aur kar lete hain because I think we are getting way too much coming from you. I need to pay Guru Dakshina. And that's when we did some, separate consulting with him also. So before MBA, the business was growing at a very slow pace. There were lots of ups and downs, and we always had the market to blame. I blame the Lehman Brothers because we were trying to raise money, and our people who were funding us, they backed out. I blame demonetization. I said that what's wrong with Modi? He's not letting my business grow. And so there were all these factors because every year I thought we had the entire business sorted. Last year's mistakes learned. This is going to be the year that we are going to make it. But that year just wouldn't happen. So during the MBA, I think there were lots and lots of decisions got taken. I had to stick to three, so I'm going to share that. We pivoted from vada pavs and we moved to burgers. It was a huge, huge, huge change for us because we thought we were fighting the vada pavs, as in what, fighting the burger brands. But then we realized how it made sense to actually make money and to build scale. We will have to go with burgers, and because they, I think vada pav had a Mumbai appeal, while burgers had more of a national appeal, as well as the youth were more, it was more aspirational for them. In burgers, so the first question is always why burgers? Another category, another burger brand. There is the McDonald's, there is the Burger King. So we created an entire new niche called on-the-go burgers. It's like Pizza Hut does the sit-down pizza, McDonald's does the takeaway, the home delivery. We said in burgers. So there was a lot of thought and discussion which was happening with Rajiv, with Chetan, with our internal team on what is going to be the way forward. I think the time that we got out of the busyness of our business and we got to think, that is where the difference got done. And I also wrote my first book on franchising. So guys, I don't like writing. Okay, my wife is an author. She has written 4 books, and I think I should tell her that this is so boring what you do. Of course, she's a very, very good writer, and she refused to write my book. She said, I'm too close to the subject. We are going to end up fighting about the book cover and the title and everything in between. So I'm not writing a book, and I was left to hang high and dry. And that's when I got a ghost writer. And every Saturday during lockdown, we had nothing to do. So I'd just speak into the phone, and she would record, and then she would convert it into text and send it to me, and then we would convert it into, I would edit it. So very proud to share, this is the business book that I wrote, which was 10x Your Business. And Rajiv, in the program, they talk about marketing strategies. I think this was a complete game changer for us. Because we knew franchising, we were good at franchising, but we were not telling people. We Indians, somehow we are very humble. We say, sabko pata hai na hamare bare mein, why do we need to tell people? Or our work will show. And these are all problematic myths. When your work is good, you need to go out over there and say that you're good. Because the people whose work is not good, they are doing all of these things and, kind of getting a lot of the market share. It opens up a lot of doors. So I was fortunate to have this is Mr. Ramdev Agarwal of Motilal Oswal. They run one of the largest franchise businesses in their field in the country, and he was the one who launched the book for us. It was a huge, huge moment for us. And the next picture is even more special because this is Mr. Deepak Parekh, and I got to meet him just because I said, sir, I had come and met you many, many years ago, and I have written this book, and I need you to give your foreword. He has given his foreword on this book, and I think it added a lot of credibility to brand Jumbo King and to a lot of the work that we were doing. Okay, so moving forward, building a successful company that can grow without you, top 3 lessons. Okay, I can go on and on because there are so many things that we had literally learned, but this personal aspiration and the business aspiration part. So we used to have team members who would come and they would go, and we would always have a 1-year business plan about what the business is going to achieve, a 10-year plan on what the business is going to achieve. But we were never talking about what the team member is going to achieve, right? We changed our entire narrative. We said, okay, first, what is in it for him, right? And I sat with my 6, the department heads, the system heads, and I said, okay, all of you all have to become CXOs. So the marketing person has to become CMO, the finance person has to become CFO, the supply chain person has to become the chief supply chain officer. And likewise, I said, let's make a plan for you to get there. What do we need to do? And believe me, their eyes were like, wow, he is talking about us. And it changed everything for us. The kind of commitment, the kind of rigor that they got into the business was absolutely amazing. And we now have this system of forward appraisal, again learned at this program, where we tell our people next year are going to get paid so much. To get there, this is what you need to do. And I think it's a very cool way to do that. It says my time's up. Can I go on? Okay, thank you. The 3 C's framework, clarity, competence, and culture, I think these are all just, on the slide, they are coming out as very small because we have spent hours and hours on clarity, giving our team the clarity, right down from the heads of the departments to their juniors, to the franchisees, from them to their crew members. Each level we have a proper role clarity document, which gets updated, which is very important, once every year. So, everybody knows what they're supposed to do. So a store in Mumbai and a store in Delhi and a store in Hyderabad is going to operate exactly in the same way. Competence, giving feedback to people based on not all the 6 people are going to become CXOs, mind you, but they know why they will not become CXOs. They really gave it a very hard shot, and they realized that probably somewhere they should settle in for the second role. So it's a very mature relationship which we have created with all our team members. Culture part is huge. I think we Indians are very rude. We take up a new theme every quarter. And this time, our theme for this quarter is Namrata se baat kare. Namrata is not a girl. It is Namrata. We have to speak politely. So we said that let us start doing it, because in the retail business, people take it for granted that they're frustrated, they're going to speak rudely. We give ourselves the license to speak rudely. And we said that, no, we are taking the license away. We are going to speak nicely, and you'll see how people are going to change. Okay, the meetings rhythm, I think, huge game changer. We have a daily meeting, a weekly meeting, a monthly meeting, and a quarterly meeting. I had requested Rajiv that 45 days wale ko ya to monthly kar lo ya quarterly kar lo. So I'm sure that there's a reason why he sticks to that. We moved to monthly and quarterly, and amazing stuff happens in these. So I was late yesterday. Chetan asked me to come on Monday morning, but I said, no, it's my weekly meeting. I can't miss it. And that's it. He did not even once say anything else because he knew the importance of that cadence. Okay. Quickly, before the MBA, we were growing at 7 to 8% annually. Post-MBA, we have grown at a CAGR of 40% year on year. Thank you. Which means our business doubles every 2 years. Guys, I share this or I say this not to show off. I say this to share with you all. This program works. Please implement it. It's all out there, and each one of us can get this same growth or faster growth. So we continue on this path. In the next 7 years, we will be at 1,000 crore in turnover. Now that is... So I very strongly believe a strong foundation is first needed to build a building, right? You need to know what building you're creating and lay a foundation accordingly. So all the PACE principles that we have implemented today is what is going to help us get there with absolute ease. We know in our... So, internally we say, sir, what if this happens in 5 years? Kya milega? We're like, so that is the kind of excitement which is there. And I think we are very fortunate to have this training here. We are very fortunate to be operating in this country called India. So we have to go out over there and make the most of it. More importantly, we are going to be profitable in each of these 7 years going forward also. So, Jumbo King is now become this cash-generating machine where our problem is going to be how do we deploy the money rather than how we raise money. And it's a great place to be in. Okay, last 3 lessons any entrepreneur can, probably take away. I think sporting legends, they all have coaches. We know of that. We as business owners, we feel, humko kaun sikhayega? Right? In our office, we are the smartest people. Everybody comes to us. We are solving everyone's problems. So how can someone else solve my problem? And what we need to realize is first getting clarity on your vision. Where is it that you're headed? So if we decide today that, hey, we've done very well, we are at 120 crores, we are making money, people are, there are articles coming, we have written a book, and, the family is taken care of, we can relax. I don't need a coach. But if we want to go from here to 10x, then I need a coach because I don't know the path over there, right? I don't know how to get there. And that is why coaching is so important for all of us. And we must invest a lot of our own personal time in the coaching. In fact, I am kind of the chief coach in my company. That is one of the key roles that I do. Everything else, it beautifully gets taken care of. Work-life balance, I think there was another thing I learned here, a huge game changer. I became a member of the 5 a.m. club. I never could wake up before 8 a.m. So 5 a.m., 5 to 6 meditation, 6 to 7, we have a running group. We run, we have a lot of fun over there. 7 to 8, time with family, wife, kids. And I'm in office at 9 with these three, the spiritual path, the physical path, and the family path, all three boxes ticked. Believe me, it is a superpower, right? It's like Spider-Man has a superpower, Superman has his power, a superpower. We as business owners, if we make this our superpower, you will become unstoppable. And the last, focusing on value creation. I think I loved this theme when Rajiv spoke about it, and when Chetan had called, I said that I'll be happy to be here and do whatever is it that you want me to do, because in the food business, even today, I read of people raising 100 crores, raising 200 crores, raising 500 crores. There's no limit to what is happening over there. And then they go out for another round. And someone had said that raising money is like a chef saying, I have got the sabzi, right? Abhi dish banana baki hai. So people are celebrating the fact that you have gone out and got the provisions. The dish is yet to be made. So which is where the actual skill lies. So we are focused on value creation, of how we can keep on making our team grow, how can we make our franchisees grow, how can we make our customers get better and better products. Valuation is automatically going to happen. I think on the last thing, I was super excited when the Singapore Sovereign Fund approached us and they said, hey, we want to invest in Jumbo King. Now that is a very, very top-notch fund. They invest only in very good companies. Entrepreneur has to be clean, all of that. So, I was feeling very good that they have approached us. And they said, we invest a minimum of, 200, 300 crores. But if you don't need too much money, we want to be a part of this. We will be happy. We'll invest about 100 crores in your business. We do some smaller bets also. And I said that, ma'am, I would love to have you on board. But I don't know what to do with the 100 crores because our business is going to scale up. It is going to go tenfold in the next 7 years, probably in the next 5 years. If another COVID happens, in 10 years, right? But we are going to get there and without the money. So, whenever we get listed, I'm sure that I'll come and approach you at that time. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Dheeraj Gupta, everyone. Big round of applause. Thank you, Dheeraj. Thank you for what you're doing. I remember the day Dheeraj came, and I haven't shared this with you. I remember the day Dheeraj came to a PACE program in Mumbai. One of my team members came and said, Jumbo King? I said, yeah. His owner is attending PACE. And I got nervous. Even in my head, I was like, isko kyun chahiye? So from there to here, it's been quite a journey. We are your biggest cheerleaders. We want to see Jumbo King become the #1 burger brand in the country. Not an Indian brand, but the #1 burger brand.
Thank you.
Dheeraj Gupta, everybody. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dheeraj.